Good morning, OH Report Nation. Port Clinton comes to town to take on the Crestview Lady Cougars in a soccer doubleheader, our second one of the week here from Scott Bailey Memorial Field. We'll see how this one turns out for the Cougars. They split the last one. We'll see what happens this morning. Live and free on the OH Report. We'll see you for the pregame show next.
At American Homestead Exteriors, we're more than a business. We're a father-daughter team with a shared mission to protect and beautify the homes in our community. We believe your home deserves top quality service and products. From the first nail to the final walkthrough, we take pride in doing the job right. The first time, every time. Integrity, craftsmanship, and customer service aren't just words to us. They're the foundation of everything we do. American Homestead Exteriors. Strong, reliable exterior solutions. Built with pride, built for you.
Since 1974, Simonson has helped their clients stay on target to meet the goals and deadlines for their projects. From concept to completion, Simonson can design a plan and build a path for success. Let Simonson Construction turn that vision into a reality.
Hey, does your checking account pay you with real cash rewards with no monthly maintenance fees ever? Bummer. Ask for Kasasa Rewards Checking. It's our superpower.
OH Report brings you local high school sports coverage like nobody else. In football, basketball, baseball, volleyball, softball, soccer, wrestling, track and field. If it's happening in our area, we're streaming it.
Time now for our pregame show presented by Mechanics Bank. Thank you so much for joining us early on this Saturday morning. I'm Jonathan Langdon. Caden Schmidt joins me today as we're about a minute and a half away from kickoff here, both teams being announced as we speak. Port Clinton comes into Crestview today, a squad that hasn't looked too bad in their conference play, but they definitely have some things to improve on, and that's the perfect opportunity today to do that against a Crestview side that's also kind of surging forward.
Yes, both teams kind of coming off similar last two games, both with dominant wins. Both offenses showing up completely, so definitely excited to see goals scored in this game and see if either defense can slow down either offense.
And then also for Port Clinton, one player just to kind of keep out for someone that has been really excelling as of late, Abigail Johnson. Really good job. 2 clean sheets this year and aspires to be a doctor growing up, but she's here today defending between the posts for this Port Clinton side that is coming up against a Crestview team that has scored a lot in the past week.
Yes, once she wants to save lives when she grows up, now she's going to try and save her team in front of that goal. And as you mentioned, she's really picked it up over the last 2 games. Only 1 goal in those last 2 games, including that clean sheet 3 days ago versus Sandusky. But before that, the most goals she's allowed in a game was 4. That happened twice versus Perkins and Oak Harbor, 2 very good opponents. So she might have her hands full as well today with Crestview.
And talking about Crestview, Coach Webb, got to talk to her right before this game upstairs. She's excited to see this team try to go 3-0 this week. They won big time against both, of course, Pleasant and then Open Door Christian, where I got to be here for that Open Door Christian game on Thursday. But yeah, 7-1, 12-0, 19 goals in the last 2 games. I'd say that's not too shabby.
That's not too bad at all. And, you know, they got to keep trying to build off of that offense. 12 goals, 7 goals, 19 goals over the last 2 games. Bring that offense here this Saturday morning and try and get some goals early and often.
Well, someone that helped bring that offense together, we spotlighted her enough, but she deserves it this week. A hat trick twice in the last 2 games. 16 points for her, 7 goals, 2 assists. That Open Door Christian game, she really had her way. As we're going to take it out to the field as we're about set to go here. But you see Lindsey on the middle of your screen, the sophomore, really starting to surge as this team's next star.
I was just going to say that, Jonathan, a sophomore. Head coach Elizabeth Webb has to be happy that Lindsey Bright has 2 more years after this year with the team. Already leads the team in goals with 7, leads the team in points with 16, as we are kicked off and underway.
So Port Clinton wearing white today, Crestview in a hot one. They're going to rock the black unis. I'll be praying for them later on in this game. We'll see Crestview dispossess them momentarily. Just take a read through the rosters for both of these teams. For Crestview, number 2, Tori Kidney. And then getting to the starters, number 3, Lila Belcher, the sophomore. Number 4, Shelby Bays, also a sophomore. Addie Klein, the senior, wearing number 5. Number 9, Devin Hickey, the senior. Number 11, Olivia Grant. Number 12, Jocelyn Heatrick. Number 13, Bristol Collins. And then also number 14, Hannah Young. Number 18, Audrey Willis. Number 19, Catherine Abshire. Number 20, Darren Moore. Number 21, Logan Moore. And number 22, our player spotlight today, Lindsey Bright, as we see the first dig up by Abigail Johnson, the goalkeeper.
Yeah, Crestview had a nice attack there. They had some numbers, but weren't able to really get it into that box and get a good look on goal.
And looking at Port Clinton, a much more sizable roster for them. Number 1, Autumn Rourke. Number 2, Abigail Johnson, our spotlight. Number 3, Gabby Sims. Number 4, the freshman, Avery Madison. Number 5, Ariana Dunson. Number 7, Summer Lepresto. Number 9, Gabrielle Howman, as this ball ends up out of bounds in favor of the Lady Cougars. Number 10, Elizabeth Bubb. Number 11, Kirsten Thompson. Number 13, Jordan Snyder. Number 14, Addie Mooney. Number 15, Jessie Cook. 16, Carly Hibner. 18, Emma Connect. Number 19, Elena Sizer. Number 20, Joey Kranick. Number 21, Ella Bodie. And then number 22, Audrey Rohrer. 23, Sophia DeMario. And 25, Isabella Atkins. Looks like that time cleared away by Connect, the senior midfielder.
Jonathan, after that first attack from Crestview, Port Clinton has really kept the ball on Crestview's side of the pitch. You know, if it's a football field across that 50-yard line, that's where they're keeping it, and that's what they need to do to win this game. Just stay on the attack. Don't let Crestview's offense get a chance to even get going.
Middle of the field, Devin Hickey. You'll hear her name a lot. Very good defensive piece for this Crestview squad. Had a great game yesterday. Actually had a dime pretty much from the 40-yard line on our side all the way to the 18-yard box on the other side, where she pretty much hand-wrapped a goal for Olivia Grant in that game against Open Door Christian.
I'll tell you what, Jonathan, my favorite thing about soccer is a good pass. There's something romantic about it when it's on the money, a good through ball where only the offensive player can go get it. Man, that stuff's fun to watch.
Absolutely. I feel like in other sports, passing is a nice sight to see when it's kind of more flashy, but just like the typical pass that you see in soccer where it sneaks through the entire defense, nothing matches it in that aspect of the game.
Right.
It's a nice throw-in.
Really, the only thing similar is hockey, and that's different playing with sticks. On the ice, things zips around, but soccer really one of the only sports where the way to win is share the ball.
Ball over the top. Here goes Grant. She scored on Thursday. She takes a big stumble and a nice slide by Johnson to clear that sort of chaos.
It's beautiful from Abigail Johnson coming up, rushing the attacker before she can even get a shot on goal. That's great goalkeeping right there.
And then on the other side, Port Clinton building up an attack. Kranick plays one forward. Chance for Lepresto. But we will see this go the other way. Let's go back to that other sequence with Crestview trying to attack up front with Grant. But Johnson, just textbook.
You can't say it any better, Jonathan. Just kind of creeping back at the last second, rushing up to not even allow a shot on goal.
Good turn by Bright. She'll work the near side here in the first half. As that touch lets her down a little too far.
This is nice from Crestview, keeping it on Port Clinton's side. Even on the defensive side of the ball, if you can keep it on the offensive side of the pitch, that's great stuff to build off of.
Couple back and forth plays there. Bays has that go off of her. So Port Clinton comes into today 3-3, 3-2 in the SBC, a conference with 12 different teams. Of course, their division much less than that, 6. They faced some pretty good opponents, Edison being one. Crestview played them earlier this year and won 1-0.
Another common opponent as well. Both teams played Clyde, the Flyers. Port Clinton won that game 2-1 most recently. And then Crestview, on the other hand, lost that game 2-0. So of a recent matchup, or a similar matchup, Port Clinton has that advantage.
Get a deflection here as Crestview tries to build something. But I think the difference from this Crestview side when they last played against Clyde compared to where they are right now playing against Port Clinton is their offense was not where it is right now after scoring 19 goals this week earlier.
No, you're right on point. 19 goals in 2 games. If you look at, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games before that, they scored 3 goals combined.
So right around this time of the year, both teams, or pretty much all teams in the sport of soccer, starting to finally find their identities and figure out what works and what can get you a little bit more offense. As we see a free kick here for Port Clinton. Emma Connect, the senior, will kick this up. Lobs it over the top. Good chest down by Logan Moore. And it's cleared by Hickey.
Oh, good spot here.
Redskins flick it over into the box. Lila Belcher makes a key intervention. Still a threat here for the Redskins. They have it at the top of the 18. First shot on goal, scooped up easily by Hetrick. Good to see that again. Port Clinton, pretty solid build-up play, but only coming out with that with a one shot. Probably not going to be happy with that.
Jocelyn Hetrick, one of 4 freshmen on this Crestview Lady Cougars team. We talked about it already being a small roster size. 4 freshmen, and she's the only listed goalkeeper as far as position-wise goes. They have had someone else play goalkeeper. That was Addie Klein. But for the most part, it's been Jocelyn Hetrick, as she's the only labeled goalkeeper on this Crestview Lady Cougars roster.
Work in the middle of the field. Heavy touch from Grant will go over to the Redskin bench. Of course, early Saturday morning for us here at the OH Report, had a great Friday night covering a ton of action. Crestview Cougars being one of the teams that we saw take a commanding win over New London, 42-0, right here on this field at Scott Bailey Memorial.
42-0. How about that?
I'm also looking for Port Clinton and their football result. Did not cover them this year, or last night. Probably won't cover them at all this year either, but they also got a big win against Collinwood. You want to take a guess, over or under the Crestview score I just showed you?
I mean, if you're asking me, I feel like I got to go over.
Way over. 65 zip.
Oh, my goodness. Maybe we need to see the teams match up on the football field, too. That'd be an exciting one.
And maybe we need to add Port Clinton to our coverage because they are 3-1 after that win. They also beat St. Paul, a team that we covered last night, as they also walloped Plymouth 57 zip.
St. Paul's a good program.
That's your neck of the woods.
Yes, I did graduate from Perkins, and they're good now, but when I was there, I think over my 4 years they won like 5 total games, so got a new head coach, turned it around completely.
Made it all the way to the state championship.
Yes, and they made it in baseball too, and they lost by 1 point in the football game and the baseball game, so
heartbreak.
Literal heartbreak,
fans.
yes.
Of course, the build-up was great. Everyone was excited, and of course, state titles are always tough to win. And Pirates couldn't get either of those. Ball flicked through, clearance from Moore.
Tell you what, Jonathan, we're about 10 minutes in, and both defenses have done really well. We've seen 2 shots on goal, 1 from each team.
This one turned towards Hedrick, but it won't be any sort of test, but keep going with the defense.
Yes, I mean, 1 shot on goal from each team over these first 10 minutes. Very nice job, and that's what we highlighted for Port Clinton, was to just not let this Crestview offense get going. Again, 19 goals in 2 games. That is so many goals over 2 games. And just really, Port Clinton has kept the ball on Crestview's side of the pitch and not even letting the offense get chances outside of the one where Abigail Johnson made a great play.
Yeah, so you're seeing the keys to victory brought to you by Mechanics Bank on your screen right now. Let's take it back out to the field because we're back in the 18 here for Port Clinton as they take a tumble. And we still won't see a shot again. So Crestview still continuing to hold strong as they get the ball out to Bright.
Oh.
Wicked deflection. 3 Cougars. No Redskins defending. And this one will sail wide. That touch was a little bit rough, and it ended up forcing 2 Cougars to get in each other's own way.
Yes, and offsides as well. One couldn't see who that lead attacker was there, but got out in front of the ball and can't do that.
Yeah, so actually no offside call. They're going to make it a corner.
Yes, she couldn't pass it to her.
Yeah.
So I think she just shot it and it just was wide right. Well, I don't think she did shoot it, and it was wide right.
Got a deflection from the keeper though, so we'll see the first corner of the day from Crestview.
Corner kicks are exciting. They lead to good opportunities. There's multiple opportunities you could take from a corner kick as well if you want to go short, try and set something up, or boot it into the box, maybe outside the 18-yard line, set up from there. We'll see what Crestview does.
Yeah, a lot of chances to score. However, on Thursday, neither game we saw had a score off of a set piece or a corner. And it looks like we won't see one here as clearing this out. Avery Madison, the freshman, gets it to a teammate up ahead. Nice ball through. Just gets through the legs of Moore. Kranick. Defended by a freshman. Hannah Young does her job. Crestview Athletic Boosters bring you the replay of that one. Just did a good job cutting off the angle on a good ball. Kranick had nowhere to go other than out of bounds. This ball sneaks by for Abshire. Staying on the right side of the 50. This won't be offsides. Grant's got some speed. Oh. Grant trying to get away. She cannot. Good job by Audrey Rower. Making that tough. Cross in, curled towards goal. Easy scoop for Johnson. But that's good pace from Grant, but also better pace from Audrey Rower for Port Clinton. Just making something out of nothing there.
Jonathan, I've noticed early, if Crestview can get these counterattacks, Port Clinton really is only keeping 2 or 3 defenders back. They could get numbers easily on a counterattack. The problem is it's hard to get those counterattacks, but if they do get one of those, they have to find a way to take advantage.
Good turn from Grant. She's going to get to the ball as well. Another race. This time she wins it. Far side of the 18, low cross in. Bright's right there to tap it. No goal. Looks like it's going to be offsides.
Oh, I was about to say, pretty ball doesn't make it any easier than that, but if you're offsides, it will not count. So Port Clinton getting away with one there, Jonathan.
So don't count it. I'll take it to a goal kick. I thought she was just a little bit off from my angle. Of course, the official called it from a pretty tough angle as well. He was right around the 30 when he made that call.
Oh, nice speed.
Churning forward, Isabella Atkins. Hold up play, finds a teammate, sliding tackle just before the 18. Still something here. Shot falls in. Joey Kranick will score the first goal of the game. How about that turn of events? You think Crestview's going to strike and make it 1-0, and then Port Clinton, not even 45 seconds later, goes the other way and scores themselves.
Well, Jonathan, 14 and a half minutes in, we get our first goal. We thought it was 14 minutes in, like you just mentioned, but Joey Kranick able to just fire one past Crestview's keeper, Jocelyn Hetrick, and good start for Port Clinton. Always nice to take a 1-0 lead within the first 15.
Absolutely. Just flick that past Hetrick. And the Cougars going to be playing some catch-up here in the rest of this first half. 15 minutes in, 1-0 in favor of Port Clinton.
And so far where Port Clinton has this advantage, obviously the goal now, but they've done a better job of getting the ball into the middle of the pitch. Crestview's, a lot of attacks have been outside the numbers, if you will, all the way near the through lines on the outside. They got to find a way to get it into the middle, apply pressure on that goalkeeper, because when you're in the middle, you have a whole goal to work with. When you're on the right or left, you have half or so a goal to work with. Makes it easier for the keeper. Got to find a way to get it to the middle if you're Crestview.
So, of course, you see the score on your screen. If you're just joining us, this is just game one of some good action here from Crestview. Another ball in the box cleared away. Game two, both schools will be the same. Unlike Thursday, as we see another offsides call. I think we'll get a pretty good angle of this one. We didn't have it of the first two. Yeah, I think just barely.
Just barely need to go to the VAR, huh? But the Crestview faithful up here near us didn't agree with that call.
That's the third offside call already on Crestview today. That's not something that you usually see. Typically when we come up with the halftime stats, maybe one for each team, maybe just one in the game in general, but so far today, Cougars just can't stay on. This will be let go out of bounds.
Love that hustle from Isabella Adkins, though, the freshman trying to go keep that in play. Those are winning type plays. If you're able to make that play, those help you win games.
So we'll see Hetrick boot this forward. I don't know, actually Hickey will go help her out. This one taking about 35 yards.
Uh-oh.
With a chance, cross in. This one hits off of Crestview. It'll be the first corner of the night, or of the afternoon.
They call that a handball? Because it was not out of play yet. They are giving it the corner. Maybe I missed it.
But it will be the first corner of the day for Port Clinton.
Well, we got a substitution as well. Avery Madison coming off for Port Clinton. Let's see if we can get a number on who's coming in.
Goes in her general direction. Couple shots deflected. And it's number 5 in the game, Ariana Dunson, as we've got a foul in the box, but it's going to go the other way. Here's that whole corner sequence again. Couple chances there for Gabrielle Howman, and in the end just turns into a Port Clinton foul.
I'll tell you what, Jonathan, both corners from each team, they got it into a great spot, on that far side of the goal. Just weren't able to find the back of the net, but that's great stuff to build off of if you're able to get more corner kicks throughout this game.
Cougars will throw. I know it'll be a kick here right at the 37-yard line. Well, they keep moving it. Now it's the 35. And, of course, looking like Devon's going to send this up. Looking for Bays. She has her. Plays it up to Grant. High flick up by Port Clinton. Wicked spin on the ball. Takes it Crestview's way, and it's forced a throw-in out of Port Clinton, just trying to get that out of bounds.
Looking at the roster, Crestview, 4 seniors, 3 juniors, so 7 total upperclassmen. A team full of youth are the Lady Cougars, which could be exciting for head coach Elizabeth Webb. You get to see your future over the next 2-3 years, see what you got to work with.
Hannah clears this all the way over to Johnson, the keeper for Port Clinton. Game time conditions, 73 degrees and sunny. Oh, way offside that time. Yeah, that one not even close. No questions about that one, but 73, sunny. Might see some clouds start to hover as the boys' game starts later today. Looks like the warmest it'll get is about 78 for that second game of this doubleheader. Chested down. Grant turns the corner, keeps it in play. But another good tackle. That's been the matchup to watch so far between Grant and Rohrer.
Yeah, Crestview keeping the attack on that far side, on that right side of the pitch. And got to find a way to get it into the middle more, as our lone bench Crestview player subbing in, Catherine Abshire. That's what happens when you have a small roster. You get to hang out on the bench with the coaches. No players beside you, as Lila Belcher comes off for Crestview.
So Crestview Division 5, Port Clinton Division 4. Good little step up in competition here for the Cougars at home. Of course, already had a dominant week. Looked like Brett was going to be offside there anyways if it even got through.
Just a tick off, whether the run is being made too early or the pass is being made too late. Crestview's got to even it out.
Redskins continuing to pile on pressure. They'll win the ball again. Ball flicked over the top. Will this stay inbounds? Not if Devin Hickey has anything to say about it.
We saw Joey Kranick score that goal here from this near side. And now she was attacking up the far side. Little versatility from the sophomore. It's not easy to do in soccer. You have your strong foot. Me personally, I'm left-footed. I would want to come up the right side. Make it a lot harder if I'm coming up the left side with a left foot.
Left-footed, huh?
I am left-footed and right-handed. I'm a little odd.
Just outside the box, good flick past. And this one, trying to get it cleared. Still something here for the Redskins. That ball takes a deflection. It'll roll out of bounds. Interestingly enough, I write with my left hand, but I kick with my right.
So we're polar opposites.
So we are polar opposites, yes.
There's not many people like us, I swear. If you're right-handed, a lot of people are kicking right-footed. But
a lot of people are right-handed in a lot of things, and probably everything. But there are some few, like us two, that kind of dabble with both. Halfway through this first half, and as we do sit here in the halfway mark, want to go ahead and thank our sponsors, bringing you today's free coverage of Crestview Athletics. Thanks to Mechanics Bank, Richland County's only independent community bank. Along with Simonson Construction Services, from concept to completion, we can help you make a plan, refine your vision, and build a path for success. Thanks also to the Crestview Athletic Boosters Club, proudly serving Cougar athletics for more than 40 years. Go Cougars! And then also your MVP sponsor today, Madison Adult Career Center, your local provider for career technical training in healthcare trades, cosmetology programs, and customized workforce training for employers. And then also finally, thank you to American Homestead Exteriors. Our commitment to excellence is reflected in our strong and reliable exterior solutions. You can call us today for roofing, siding, gutters, and windows. Any needs you have, go to American Homestead Exteriors. 1-0 game here between Port Clinton and Crestview as we sit just getting past the 17-minute mark to go.
Crestview just subbed one of their captains back in, Addie Klein. Shelby Bays hit the bench.
Oh, big spill, heat trick. Get some help from her defense. Moore with the goal line clearance.
How about Logan Moore showing the hustle, showing the effort, the grit to not allow that goal from Port Clinton. Just got behind the goalkeeper, but that doesn't mean it needs to get behind your whole team.
Back in the box, shot opportunity. There she is again. So Moore, a couple of nice defensive stands, stepping in at goalkeeper for a few seconds.
There she is, once more. And Jonathan, this was keys to the game, to the win for Crestview, is to make the goalkeeper's job easier. Logan Moore doing it herself over these past few handful of minutes. It's another sub for Port Clinton. It's Elena Sicer coming off as Sophia DeMario comes on for the Lady Redskins.
Seeing the Crestview keys to victory on your screen. Attack early and often. Well, that has not happened quite yet. And then work Port Clinton's defense as well. Another chance in the box. Hickey clears it. May have taken a bounce off of a Redskin, and it did. So Crestview gets out of that whole situation.
I'll tell you what, Jonathan, this is my first time down here in Crestview, and it's a beautiful campus. The middle school across the way here, the high school behind us, the beautiful football field / soccer field in the middle. And I see a playground over there. It's very nice. It also helps that it's 75 and sunny right now, making it a beautiful day down here near Ashland, Ohio. Port Clinton just keeping it on Crestview's side of the pitch. Oh, a little nutmeg. Corner kick awarded for Port Clinton. Their third now here in this first half. So we are just over 25 minutes in, the 14-minute mark. Shelby Bays getting ready to sub back in for the Lady Cougars. Emma Connect takes the corner into the box in a great spot. Oh, what a play by Hannah Young, the freshman, to block that. Back into the box. Crestview scrambling, so is Port Clinton. Crestview's going to get it clear. Oh, my goodness. The pressure is on from Port Clinton. Two good opportunities there, not able to capitalize. We'll throw in from about 30 yards out, 35. Port Clinton gets it back into the middle once again, but Crestview there to clear it. And now to play right there at that 50-yard line in front of Port Clinton's bench. Nice to the outside. DeMario ahead. Who's going to get there first? Crestview. And a clear by Devin Hickey. See if Crestview can get it off their side of the pitch. Last couple minutes, it's been all Port Clinton on the offensive side. Looks like it'll stay that way for now. Oh, maybe not. That stays in play. Crestview loses it. Out of play. Take the throw in? No. Substitution first. As Ariana Dunson comes off for Port Clinton, Jordan Snyder, freshman, comes on. Excuse me, no, that is Gabby Sims, the junior, number 3, not number 13. Gabby Sims into the game. She gets it right in the center circle.
Hickey with some space here as we welcome in everybody watching on the NFHS network. So we've just gotten our stream connected over there. This one taken down, launched forward here from the Redskins, who struck a few minutes ago to make it 1-0. This ball will flick off of a Redskin and go out for a goal kick. So 1-0 thanks to a goal pretty much about 10 minutes ago from Joey Kranick. 25-minute mark was when that one went through. Cougars have had a couple of chances. They've been plagued by offsides calls today.
Definitely plagued by the offsides. I've had a goal taken off the board because of an offsides call, and let alone good opportunities not even able to come to fruition because of the offsides call. And every time there's a goal kick, Port Clinton first foot to it.
Good scoop by Hetrick. Approaching the 10-minute mark left here in this game. There again, there's that first foot from the Redskins, but that will tether out of bounds. Someone that we haven't seen get too involved here as of late is Lindsey Bright, number 22 for Crestview, but they're going to look her way now and throw a little far. But most of the work out of Crestview offensively has come from the far side flank, as they've been trying to get Lindsey in the box with a chance to shoot. They did get that on that offside call that took a goal off the board. But outside of that opportunity, we've seen Port Clinton really turn on the gas.
So then the one at the beginning as well, where Abigail Johnson made that great play to rush the attacker and not even let the shot off. So really impressed with the way Port Clinton's defense has played these first 30 minutes now.
Grant a heavy touch. That'll go onto the track. Make sure to stay tuned with us later today. Of course, boys will take action, both for Port Clinton and Crestview, right around 1 o'clock when that one will start. .50 ball won by Port Clinton. This one taken out from the midfield will land around the 18. Slip outside the box. No foul call. It's a clearance from Hickey. Looks like we're going to stop the clock. There was a player down momentarily, but she's up. Starting to walk it off.
Yeah, Isabella Adkins looked like she kind of just lost her footing, fell down awkwardly. She's up, walking and running it off now, so that's a good sight to see. She actually will be subbed off, though, for the time being, as Crestview has a sub as well.
Yeah, they were forced to sub her out with the stoppage of clock. She'll limp over to her coach. So she heads off. Substitution in is number 9. Gabrielle Heilman.
And for Crestview, Hannah Young, the freshman, into the game for the senior, Addie Klein.
Long throw in from Bodie. Over the top. Looking for an opportunity. And we'll see a foul going the other way. A little bit of interest there from Port Clinton as they tried to pry it away from Logan Moore, who's had a good defensive game.
Tell you what, Jonathan, we've seen a handful of whistles in the box. They've just all been on the offensive team each time. Look at the backspin on that.
Yeah, Abshire sends that out. 8 minutes to go in half number one. Another foul. Seen a lot of those on Port Clinton in this game.
Yeah, they're playing aggressive, and in a game where, in a sport where fouls, they matter, of course, but they don't matter as much. You can't foul out. It's not like you're really giving that team much of an advantage, especially when you're fouling here. A free kick from, halfway from the other, or way over halfway from your goal that you're trying to score on. It's hard to attack off of that, but maybe?
Looks like we'll see a whistle, and it's in favor of Crestview. Might have been a handball in there.
If you string together fouls and penalties, then that's the problem.
Tug at the jersey there on that last foul.
And this is a great spot for a free kick for Crestview. Interested to see how they attack this.
Yeah, pretty much right at the middle of the field, at the 40-yard line. A lot of bodies back for Port Clinton. Looking for a Cougar. This one headed away, but still something potentially. Pass intended for Bright is taken out of bounds by the captain. So it looks like they'll take their time. Lindsey lets it go. Adventurous ball. Bays sees it under her feet. Tries to push one forward. Grant will run after it. Takes a couple bumps. No foul. Still ends up with the ball. That time she gets bumped. No foul. Official was right there to see it.
Got the ball first. Beautiful slide tackle.
Still potentially something here as Johnson makes the catch. But let's go back to that play on Grant that was not called a foul. And just 50-50 looked like Port Clinton got there. So we now got 5.5 to go with another ball going out of bounds. 2 subs coming in. Goal scorer will come back, Kranick. Number 20 in whites for Port Clinton. And then it looks like number 13 also coming out, Jordan Snyder, the freshman. She'll get Sims a little breather.
Addie Klein checking back in for the Cougars as well. Lindsey Bright will take a breather.
Likely see her come back in before this half is said and done. Grant a few turns. Forces a clearance.
Definitely interesting subbing out your leading goal scorer of the season. 5 minutes left in the half where you're down 1-0.
Still plenty of time. Got about 45 minutes of game action left, including the second half. Bristol Collins tried to jump in on that. Couldn't make a connection for the Cougars. Hickey chests it down, gets past the pack. Couple of turns. This one can't get away. Redskins continue. Darren Moore looking on that near side. Shelby Bays takes over. Shelby trying to split 2. Keeps it moving, but the last defender makes a crucial stop.
It's a nice play by Audrey Rohr. because that looked like to set up one of the better Crestview attacks we've seen so far.
Yeah, just able to split that two-pack of defenders, but the last one was able to make the stop. We did see a foul on Port Clinton, so Crestview will reset again. Very similar looking free kick from what they had a few minutes ago. But this one about 7-8 yards further up the field. Hickey, she'll take a crack at goal. Johnson on 2 hops with the scoop.
Just a little bit too much on that one. Almost in a perfect spot for a Cougar to get to it, but it's a little bit too much mustard.
Got the look there again, thanks to the Crestview Athletic Boosters. Abshire in space, has plenty of time, but gives it away. And it looks like we've got another shot and no whistle.
Yeah, she stepped on the ball, just lost her footing completely. Good counterattack here for Crestview.
Hickey looking for options, didn't have much, not a lot of movement up front.
No, yeah, room kind of stationary. It looked like she was waiting for someone to make a run, and no one did.
Well, I think more of what happened there was Port Clinton. They were kind of dropping back, and then all of a sudden both of those middle defenders pushed forward on Hickey, making the other 2 offside.
I mean, maybe that's what's been happening throughout this game. Earlier on in the game, maybe just that like offsides baiting, if you will, trying to just get them out ahead, because we've seen a handful of offsides from Crestview.
Looking for Lepresto, one of the captains for Port Clinton. Hickey trying to take care of business. That she does for the time being. Abshire didn't get a clean foot on the ball. Kranick, somewhat of an attempt on a cross. It'll be taken out of bounds by Logan Moore. 1.5 minutes to go. Looks like the Port Clinton boys squad taking their steps out of the bleachers. They're going to start warming up here soon for game 2. It'll be a pretty quick turnaround between the 2 games.
How fun is it to have a doubleheader on a beautiful day? No place I'd rather be.
Yeah, doubleheader Saturday morning after a Crestview football win. It was a busy weekend here at the campus of Crestview. Of course, Thursday we were here for another soccer doubleheader. Also, there was volleyball in the gym behind us as Crestview is taking on St. Paul. St. Paul, of course, made the state semifinals last year. And then also going on, a bunch of Colt flag football leagues to our left with some of the fields. I know I saw a Colt football league practice. So it was a great day to be here. If you were here yesterday, even better day on Friday for that 42-0 win over New London that we referenced earlier in the broadcast. 15 seconds to go. Cougars will let this go. Countdown begins from the press box. Is there something left here for Port Clinton? Lepresto heads it backwards, and Hickey puts an end to the first half. So the Cougars score a goal, have it waved off to offsides, and not even a minute later, Port Clinton strikes to make this a 1-0 game as we head to the half here on the OH Report.
At American Homestead Exteriors, we're more than a business. We're a father-daughter team with a shared mission to protect and beautify the homes in our community. We believe your home deserves top quality service and products. From the first nail to the final walkthrough, we take pride in doing the job right. The first time, every time. Integrity, craftsmanship, and customer service aren't just words to us. They're the foundation of everything we do. American Homestead Exteriors. Strong, reliable exterior solutions. Built with pride, built for you.
Since 1974, Simonson has helped their clients stay on target to meet the goals and deadlines for their projects. From concept to completion, Simonson can design a plan and build a path for success. Let Simonson Construction turn that vision into a reality.
Hey, does your checking account pay you with real cash rewards with no monthly maintenance fees ever? Bummer. Ask for Kasasa Rewards Checking. It's our superpower.
Looking for the best high school sports coverage in Ohio? You found it right here on the OH Report. From the field to the court, we've got it all. OH Report brings you local coverage like nobody else in the area, live and free. Follow OH Report now and never miss a moment of the action. Don't just watch, be a part of the game with OH Report, the future of local sports.
And welcome back for your halftime show presented by Mechanics Bank, here live and free from Scott Bailey Memorial Field. Jonathan Langdon, Caden Schmidt today. Port Clinton leads 1-0 over the Crestview Lady Cougars. Lady Redskins looking solid here thus far. Throw the stats on your screen, and we'll take a second to read our sponsors. Thank you so much for bringing this live and free coverage to Crestview fans. Mechanics Bank, Richland County's only independent community bank. Simonson Construction Services, from concept to completion. We can help you make a plan, refine your vision, and build a path for success. Thanks also to the Crestview Athletic Boosters Club, proudly serving Cougar athletics for more than 40 years. Go Cougars. Thanks also to the Madison Adult Career Center, your local provider for career technical training and healthcare trades, cosmetology programs, and customized workforce training for employers. And finally, I want to thank American Homestead Exteriors. Our commitment to excellence is reflected in our strong and reliable exterior solutions. Call us today for roofing, siding, gutters, and window needs at American Homestead Exteriors. Port Clinton so far in front on the goal category, shots as well. Also, Cougars have been called offsides 4 times in this game. 9 fouls for Port Clinton. They've gotten a little bit aggressive compared to some of the other side, with just 5 fouls. 4 corners for Port Clinton. None have really materialized into goals. And graphic looks to be incorrect. Did not get to the card category, but no cards in that first half. But with how physical that we started to see the first half go, that could definitely change.
I agree completely. And, if you're Crestview, you got to start getting that pressure on. You cannot let Port Clinton just keep the ball on your side of the pitch in this second half. Got to find a way to get some pressure on, and if that means playing physical, play physical.
See the Lady Cougars making their way back out to the field. 40 minutes back up on the clock. Saw some flashes from the Cougars. Saw a goal go through, not be counted due to offsides. It would have been Lindsey Bright's 8th goal of the season, but that will have to wait. She'll now work on the far side as we switch sides here for both Port Clinton and Crestview. Saw the boys warming up. Headed up by Paco Romero, head coach not only for this girls' side, but for the boys' side as well. Not often that you see the same coach lead 2 different teams out on the field.
I can only imagine that some of his days are long with practices, whether it's after school practices. Both teams have to practice, and a lot of the time they don't usually practice together, but maybe Port Clinton, when all 3 of your coaches are coaches for both teams, you might as well do a little boys versus girls action, make both teams better.
Hickey will let this go for Hedrick, who sends it up. Now, just focusing in on the boys as they wait to get this game going. You warm up there for a little bit, and now you got to sit on the side for an extended period of time, just waiting for this other game to finish up. You got to wonder how warm you actually are after that whole halftime that you got to spend out on the field. Of course, here on Thursday, we saw Mansfield Senior, the boys club, as they took on Crestview Thursday night and were able to win 5-2. They warmed up kind of behind the goal to the left side of the screen, and that's where they kind of got themselves stretched out and then ended up working in their favor. They got the win there. But Port Clinton just sitting on the bleachers right now. Probably around the halfway mark of this half, they'll probably make their way over and start getting loose again, because, again, not going to be a very long delay between the end of this one and the start of the next game.
So we saw the boys warming up over halftime, so making sure they're fresh, ready to go.
Lady Redskins send that out of bounds about the 25. Hannah Young wants to go quickly. She'll find Grant, who is ushered out of bounds. Crestview 4-5-1. this season. They're on a 2-game win streak. That is in jeopardy so far as the score holds. But Port Clinton also on a 2-game win streak. They get up to 3 today.
You look at both teams, I mean, pretty similar, but Crestview's offense just a lot more dominant in those 2 games. Port Clinton 2-1 W and a 5-0 W compared to a 12-0 W and a 7-1 win for Crestview.
No goals, of course, for the Cougars in that first frame. But they are right now putting some pressure on Port Clinton defensively as they've been stuck in this corner for some time.
I was just going to say, this is some nice aggressive defense. We mentioned in the first half, Port Clinton just kept it on Crestview's side of the pitch. Crestview needs to do the same to Port Clinton here in the second half. Oh, nutmeg.
Yeah, right through the 5-hole. And Young staying with the play, forces a giveaway. Runs out of real estate. Ball played through. Hickey with the knee, takes it out.
Oh,
This one played over the top. Too much juice.
love the idea from Emma Connect, though. It's a great way to try and get some offense going.
Goal scorer for Port Clinton is Joey Kranick. She was there on the ball. She's going to throw this in as well. Forces a clearance by Hickey yet again.
She's been everywhere on the defensive side of the ball.
As we see a attack start to materialize from Port Clinton. Want to recap our night yesterday on the OH Report. Doing a special thing with our OH recap, posting every single final score from our highlights and live streams as Hedrick scoops this up. Shout out to the KMAC of, as always. We had 6 of their 8 teams live and free on the OH Report today. Centerburg took down Northmore 44-27. Mount Gilead 4-0 for the first time since 2011. They beat Danville 26-22. And then elsewhere, East Knox, they got their first win of the season over Loudonville by the score of 27-12. Also some MOAC action. Probably our best game of the night yesterday. Shelby, number 1 in Division 4. They took on Galleon, who's number 8 in Division 4. And the Whippets came out on top 45-34 over Galleon. Also in the MOAC, River Valley, they evened their record to 2-2, 21-14 over Pleasant in that win. Clear Fork, they moved to 3-1. Team that you see very often here on the OH Report. They won 14-10 over Ontario. As Port Clinton looking to continue something here. All played into the box. Potential opportunity. Shot with the right. That one just misses. No touch from the keeper. It's a goal kick.
And beautiful job by the Crestview defenders there just to make her get wide and not really allow her a good look on the goal at all. That's beautiful defense from the Lady Cougars.
Finishing up our Friday roundup as we'll see Hickey send this up. Colonel Crawford in the N10 got their first league win over Mohawk, a team that was in the top 10 in their division, I believe D6 for Mohawk. But Crawford wins 24-21. Big Walnut over in Columbus took care of business against Delaware Hayes 45-7, and then we kind of get to the blowouts of our coverage on the OH Report. Hedrick runs up on this ball and grabs it. Crestview, we talked about that. They won over New London 42-zip. They moved to 2-2 on the year. Hillsdale beat Chippewa 53-0. That's now 3 consecutive seasons that the Falcons have held Chippewa scoreless in that matchup. Margaretta beat Willard 42-0 towards Port Clinton's neck of the woods. Margaretta moves to 3-1. And then Norwalk St. Paul put them at the bottom for Plymouth's sake, 57-0. Put them at the bottom of the post. It's been a rough year for Plymouth. They sit 0-4 now.
Yeah, 65-0. That's a whopping.
Well, that was the 57-0. Port Clinton last night won 65-0.
Both.
Yeah.
Both. That's too many points to give
applies.
up. Too many points to give up to have a 0 on the other side.
Well, the Cougars got their win yesterday in big fashion. I'm going to be here, I believe it's week 6. So not this coming Friday, but the next one. I'll get to see them take on Plymouth. See if they continue their dominance into that game.
Beautifully done by the freshman there, Hannah Young. Between two offensive Port Clinton players, was able to find the ball and clear it out.
Another heavy turn from Grant where she can't catch up to the ball. So another favorable throw in for the Lady Skins. Good interception, Lila Belcher. Able to get a foot on that. Redskins move it forward. Abshire trying to challenge for Crestview. And a bump inside. No foul call. This will roll out in favor of Port Clinton.
Beautiful marking from Abshire, just all over it. Like a defensive back running the route for the wide receiver. Every step was matched.
That was also a dangerous spot, too, because that was right on the corner of the 18-yard box. And that might have been why we didn't see a whistle, because a lot of times fouls have to be a little bit more intense to get the call once you step into that 18 box.
Yes, 100%. That is so true, and that's how it should be, you know. You can't just be giving out penalties on ticky-tacky calls now. Throwing from a good spot here for the Lady Redskins, though. Parallel with the 18-yard box.
At the 30, this ball will be sent back up in danger. Addie Klein tried to send it out. Back to the middle of the field. And taken out over the ball boys.
It's great work from the ball boy and ball girl over there.
30 minutes to go here in half number 2. Port Clinton scored at the 25th minute. Since we've seen sort of a stall in scoring.
And scoring attempts, honestly.
Been a lot from 20 to 20, not too much in the 18s. As of late, we saw a lot of action in the first half where Port Clinton just was persistently on the charge against the Cougars, as this one's taken away from Bright out of bounds.
Two players tying their shoes. Let's see if Crestview can take advantage here. Nice.
Bright flicks it over the top. Could be a chance. Grant will run up on it. Nice touch, keeps it at her feet, trying to cross it away, and that's a nice scoop from Johnson.
It's beautifully done by Abigail Johnson. Got her right shoulder on that near post and just right to her. It would have been right on the money. It would have been the easiest goal Crestview could have had, but Abigail Johnson says no, no, no. And she's showing why she was our spotlight player for Port Clinton. She's making some great plays in that goal.
29 minutes in counting. We'll see a ball pretty much right at the middle of the field. Third time we've seen a similar play like this from Crestview. Hickey's taking all the kicks. Won't change here. Looks like a shorter run-up we're going to see, unless you take some steps back first. Official coming over. Not sure what's going on. He's leaning over towards coach for Port Clinton. So the clock is stopped at 28:50. He's showing an example of something.
Like a box out here.
It's very weird out of context seeing this from the far side of the field because we can't hear at all what they're saying, but getting ready for basketball season, it looks like.
Yeah, gotta imagine Paco Romero complaining there. Ref took his time to get across the field and go demonstrate why there was a call. I see Elizabeth Webb down there laughing as well. So we're about ready to take this free kick.
Yeah, official took his dandy old time making his way over to the Port Clinton bench, and he's taking his time to get back to his spot too. But now we're set to go. Hickey over the top. This will take a bounce. Nothing that Johnson can't handle thus far.
Yeah, she has been nails so far in the goal.
Ooh, nearly took Addie Klein's head off with that clearance. Too much weight here. So out of bounds in favor of Crestview as they tried to find Kranick again. Kranick, the lone goal scorer in this game, just a sophomore too. They'll find her here. She'll try to make a play. Logan Moore sends the ball up over the top. Bright runs in on it. Chance for Crestview. Too heavy of a touch. Johnson slides on in.
And she is playing a great game in that goal. Just a little bit too much on this extra touch from Lindsey Bright, the leading goal scorer for this Crestview Lady Cougars team, but Abigail Johnson just sliding in safely to keep her shutout going.
It looked like Rower was the one to keep Bright onside there. She was a little bit off of the defensive line. And we'll see a corner kick.
Lila Belcher takes it.
Low driven, still a chance. Can Port Clinton clear? Yes and no. It's still in the box. I thought I saw Bright touch it with her hand, but we keep going. And Klein tries to turn the corner. This will roll out. We'll see what the call is. We will be going Port Clinton's way. Yep, just a little flick there by Klein at the end. You saw it on the replay thanks to the Boosters Club.
I'm going to go back to that corner kick because, I mean, it just dribbled right there, right in front of the goal, and so many players just did not know where the ball was on both teams. And in that situation, in a spot like that, you got to be able to locate the ball and try and find the back of the net if you're Crestview or even if you're Port Clinton to clear the ball. It just completely got through everybody.
Cougars looking for something out of this game. They trail 1-0.
Uh-oh.
Here's a ball over the top. We'll see who wins the foot race. Looks like Logan Moore as she takes it to the outside. And we'll settle for a Port Clinton throw right by the corner flag. But Logan, good game today for her.
A nice play there, too, to allow her defense to get back to help her so she's not all by herself. Oh, beautiful. Throw.
Yeah, into the box. They'll play it back out. Maybe an early cross. That one blocked by Abshire. And Hickey comes out of the crowd. Not a lot of help. She's going to have to put on some Houdini tricks. She does to get to the middle. And now she'll send it up, but it's blocked. Good recovery. Heilman puts some moves on as well.
Such a good play by Heilman.
Yeah, it's a 9-on-9 crime as she gets this off of Crestview for a throw.
You a poet?
No.
Might want
Just
to look into that.
Momentarily.
That was pretty good there.
It comes in waves, and just seems like it's a low tide at this point. Ball crossed to the box. This one will stall right at the 18. Shot not clean, and it's taken out. How about Grant getting the first touch there, but it ends up going behind her. Ooh. And the Cougars may have a takeaway. Shelby Bays with the intervention. Here comes Grant down the field, and this will fall beautifully for Bright, but she can't get the finish. That was the best build-up yet for Crestview, and it just falls past Bright, goes to her non-dominant foot, and she takes that wide left.
She's kicking herself right now. She knows that's the best opportunity Crestview has had so far. She's holding her jersey above her head. She's going to go greet her teammate Olivia Grant, who played that beautiful ball, and say, I'm sorry, I should have made that. But she led to the bench, get a quick breather. Can't dwell too much. Got to have short-term memory. But I really like the way Crestview is attacking so far in this second half.
And that also tells us that it's a much closer game than the score leads you to believe. The Cougars, honestly, if it wasn't for the offside call in the first half, that would have been the lead right there.
Listen, I mean, also just credit to Abigail Johnson making all these plays in the goal. Has a handful of saves. And then credit to Port Clinton's defense as well. I mean, first half, Crestview barely with any shots on goal. I think 2 shots on goal in that first half from Crestview, and they definitely have surpassed that mark here just about 17 minutes into this second half.
Showed you the replay on that clearance. Shelby Bays with a little matrix move. I'll show it to you one more time. Able to just duck out of the way.
Like Neo.
What did you think of the new one that came out? I guess it's not new anymore. It's been a couple years, but
I haven't seen it.
haven't seen it?
I'm not a big movie guy, really. I like movies, but there aren't many that I've seen.
Couple Cougar bodies clash. Leads to an easy scoop from Johnson.
Uh-oh.
What do you think the last movie that you've seen in theaters was as this is taken out?
I just went to see Superman.
Okay.
You know, I had to go see Progressive Field in the movie theater, eat some popcorn. It was a great movie.
Don't tell me that was
enjoyed
your
it a
main
lot.
purpose of going.
Oh, that was the whole reason. No, I'm joking. It was a great movie. I had a great time.
Kranick. That will go out of bounds in favor of Crestview. As you see on your screen, Port Clinton, boys squad warming up.
Crestview on the other side warming up as well.
About 15 minutes after the conclusion of this one, we will see the boys take the field and kick off at right around 1 o'clock.
And that's the 15 is that minimum requirement that you have to have that long of warm-ups. You can't just jump right into another game. Got to make sure players are stretched out. Try and avoid injuries best you can.
Curling ball to the front line for this Port Clinton offense. You go backwards there just a little bit. And here goes Kranick. Takes a touch off the head. More. I'll tell you what, if Crestview can pull away or get back into this game and potentially tie it up, I think we may be talking to Logan Moore after this game for her defensive effort in this one.
Yeah, she had that sequence, I think it was 3 times in a row, just kicking it out of play, not even giving her keeper a chance to make a play. Tell you what, Olivia Grant having some cleats problems. She keeps having to go down to tie them. Second time in the last 2 minutes I've seen that now.
Yeah, I think she just talked to her coach about it too, Coach Webb. Little conversation.
Lindsey Bright is waiting to sub back in for the Lady Cougars.
Yeah, just need a positive Crestview stoppage of play. Long throw. This will get given right back to the Cougars, but Abshire not able to hang on.
A little miscommunication there from 2 Lady Redskins. Both kind of started running away from the ball. Thought the other player was going to go get it, and it's out of play.
So as you said, Bright joins the contest now. Lila Belcher will take a seat. And as we hit the halfway mark here in this second, we'll see a throw from the Cougars, and Bright immediately involved.
Tell you what, I wouldn't be surprised at all if Lindsey Bright gets another great look and just completely buries it next time. Had some time on the bench to, watch it over and see what's going on. Now back on the pitch. She's ready to attack.
Clearance from Hannah Young there forces a Redskin throw. Want to thank our sponsors as we hit the halfway mark here in the second half. Mechanics Bank, Richland County's only independent community bank. Also Simonson Construction Services. From concept to completion, we can help you make a plan, refine your vision, and build a path for success. Shout out also to the Crestview Athletic Boosters Club, bringing you replays today. Proudly serving Cougar athletics for more than 40 years. Go Cougars. And then also the Madison Adult Career Center, your local provider for career technical training in healthcare, trades, cosmetology programs, and customized workforce training for employers. And finally, American Homestead Exteriors. Our commitment to excellence is reflected in our strong and reliable exterior solutions. You can call us today for roofing, siding, gutters, and windows. Let me pull up that phone number if I have it. I don't have the phone number for American Homestead. Nothing a little Google search can't fix.
That's what it's there for, huh? Oh, nice move. There
Bright
it goes.
working through. We'll see a flag go up.
Another offsides for
Or I guess the
Crestview.
hand.
And Lindsey Bright doing a great job of just fighting through traffic, but honestly, looked like both Lady Cougars were offsides there.
Shout out American Homestead Exteriors. That number to call, 419-775-6859. Get your roofing done with a company that supports Cougar athletics.
Oh,
A little bit of play there at the midfield. This one lobbed over the top. Bright overran it, but still a potential opportunity. Keeps this one in bounds. Cross with the right. Deflected off of a Redskin for a corner.
I want to see how this corner plays out. There's been a few times now for Crestview. They've gotten it right in front of that goal in the perfect spot, but no one's able to get a foot to it. I think outside of that missed opportunity from Lindsey Bright, all of their best opportunities have come on these corner kicks. They just haven't been able to find the ball.
We'll see. Yeah, Addie Klein's going to have an outswinging corner kick here. Line drive, bounces at the face of goal, shot cleared.
Be a throw-in, but it's a great spot for a throw-in. You can send this fairly deep into the box as well. Crestview slowly starting to run out of time, Jonathan.
They'll play it short. Grant, another clearance. This one will be looks like a throw in.
About the same spot.
You can also see Crestview on your screen right now. The boys warming up just like we saw Port Clinton a few moments ago. Abshire. Dangerous here. Good counterattack opportunity for the Redskins. Down the right flank. Abshire staying persistent, and that will force a stop. See a corner kick out of Port Clinton. So the Cougars survive for the time being.
Two subs coming on for Port Clinton. Freshman Avery Madison, junior Gabby Sims into the game.
Emma Connect will send in the corner. This one shouldered towards goal, but a little wide.
Almost a near post header there, but just a little bit out of position.
Shot right away. Off of the post, the crossbar intervenes for Port Clinton to keep this a 1-0 game. Some real good power on that shot. And Hetrick does enough to get it off the crossbar, but you'd like to see her try to bat that down instead of up and over. Nice looking shot.
Get away with one there, and it was a great play by Hetrick to get a hand on it. It was a deep shot, kind of caught her off guard, but able to get a hand on it, get it luckily enough off that crossbar.
Good job by Logan again. Sends this ball into the bleachers. Brandon, our camera guy, is going to enjoy a souvenir. Didn't hit cleanly off of the platform of Madison, so Cougars will have a chance to kind of just play it through their defense and their midfielders for a couple moments.
Nice.
Grant gets through 2, but the pass goes right back to the Redskins. 50-50 ball. This one will bounce and roll too far over to the box for Johnson.
One shot out of a cannon. Cannon being Olivia Grant's foot. She's got a foot on it, and the ball went launching down the pitch. She sells a call there. It'll be a free kick.
Yeah, there's the foul that you see on your screen. And again, it's Grant drawing it. So Devin will run up on this again. Pretty much 13 minutes to go. Last time we saw on the OH report Crestview take on an SBC side, they scored right around this time towards the end of the game to get a 1-0 result over Edison. Shot over the top. Nobody there. Oh, there nearly was. Bright came out of nowhere, but Johnson still makes the catch.
Well, lucky she didn't get called for like a goalie interference there. Came up in Abigail Johnson's space, and nonetheless, she makes a nice play.
Addie Klein was taking a little bit of a breather. She's now going to come back in. Looks like Bristol Collins will sub off. Bright chests it down, just couldn't keep it in. Getting to crunch time here from Scott Bailey Memorial Field. And again, stay tuned. Later in the day, we will get to see the boys' version of this game between Port Clinton and Crestview. Here's a shot into the side netting. And so it looks like we've got a player down. And it's Logan Moore. She's going to go back down, and we'll probably see a stoppage of play. No, she'll get back up and be all right. She'll shake that off, continue to fight for this Crestview defense. She's been probably the highlight today for that back four. So they need her desperately to stay in this game, give them a chance to potentially pull an equalizer out of this one in the final 11 minutes.
They've had the opportunities. They just haven't been able to capitalize off of said opportunities like Port Clinton has on the goal from Joey Kranick, 25th minute.
Bright makes a turn. Send something up. This will have to be good show of athleticism from Bays. Could not get the speed to get there.
Yeah, she'll take the throw in though. Try and get this as far down the pitch as you can. Oh, nice turn.
Over the top of Hannah Young. Tried to lob it over the top. Belcher heads it down. Moore lobs it up over towards the paw in midfield.
Oh, and she's feeling something right now. She hit the ground again after that kick. Still trying to walk it off.
And it looks like she's going to go down, and we'll see that stoppage of play. So Logan is going to come out. Bristol's going to come back into the game. Collins moves to the front. Good ball lofted in the direction of Collins. A little bit of ping pong. Back to the middle it goes. Grant.
Great speed from Grant. Sets him up nicely here. Just about 9 minutes to go.
Desperately in search of something here to potentially tie. Don't want to say that that's really all you're aiming for, because there is still time to get 2 if you can.
They'll have a corner kick opportunity here. That one just barely out of that back through line instead of on the side. So corner kick, Crestview will gladly take. They've been close on these.
Lila Belcher. Looks like it'll be an out-swinging corner again. This one curls. This one off the post. What a shot, and it just does not go through.
Wow. Unlucky.
I believe that was Darren Moore's foot that got on it, and it just did not fall in.
Beautiful ball on this counterattack from Port Clinton.
Another counter opportunity. Shot will fall through for the Redskins, and that may be the dagger right there. Summer Lepresto scores the second for Port Clinton.
32 minutes into the second half. 72 minutes into the game. Summer Lepresto extending the Port Clinton Lady Redskins lead on a beautiful counterattack.
Well, we wouldn't do it justice if we didn't go back and look at that shot off the post. Absolutely beautiful, and honestly, we'll just stay on this replay because the counterattack happens quick enough to where Port Clinton gets their second goal of the game.
Beautiful
Clock
pass.
continues to roll. You're going to see it here momentarily. I want to speed up this replay, actually. And then Lepresto finishes it off and makes it 2-0. Likely going to be too much for Crestview to come back from.
And Jonathan, both of Port Clinton's goals coming off of basically misses from Crestview, near misses, whether it was the goal getting taken off the board or it hitting the crossbar in a beautiful counterattack. Both Port Clinton goals coming off of what felt like Crestview was about to score.
Oh. Hickey shoves down an attacker, and that'll be a foul right at the 20. Not going to see a card come out for that foul. We've seen a couple of fouls today. No cards have been issued.
It's been clean for the most part. I mean, obviously, soccer is a physical game, but there's going to be calls, but it's been pretty clean for the most part.
Running up on this shot. This will fall easily for Hetrick. 6.5 to go. Time is now if you're the Cougars. How about that wallop? And it forces a foul as well on Grant. 22, Audrey Rower, the defender, the sophomore, making a nice play for the Redskins. Couple deflections here. Hickey will clear this out. Let's take a look at the upcoming schedules for both of these teams. For Port Clinton, what do you got, Caden?
Up next for Port Clinton, they'll take on an SBC opponent at Vermilion. They'll be on the road. And I noticed this when I was looking at their schedule. Their last home game was August 21st. Their next home game is September 17th, almost a whole month in between home games. They've played 6 games, or will play, 6 games on the road in between that. But on Monday, they'll be taking on Vermilion at 7 p.m.
I hope they're making the most out of those bus trips that they've been on as of late. Because I know when I was playing, I wasn't playing soccer, but I was playing basketball. But when I was playing, those Bus trips are always super fun for us, and you got to make them that because sometimes they can be grueling.
Yes, the wind helps the way back for sure. It could be a quiet bus ride when you lose games like that. But for Crestview, they will go take on Galleon right here at home at Crestview. That'll be at 5 p.m. on the same day, on Monday.
And then they play them again a couple weeks later, too. So 2 opportunities against Galleon. Some winnable games there for the Cougars.
You know, and not something you see often, playing the same team twice at this level. You know, it's usually a lot of playing different teams,
unless it happens in the tournament, but that's not the case this time around.
In regular season play, I guess I should have clarified that for sure. But in regular season play, it's rare to see the same team twice in these type of sports. I'd say basketball is the only one where it doesn't happen in football. Baseball, you got the series and everything. Softball as well.
Got a stoppage here. Another player down for Port Clinton.
Holding her head.
Yeah, I hope everything's okay there. Clock stops at 3:59. 3:55. As we'll see the trainer come out, and they're going to tend to her. We're going to take this opportunity as a break, and we'll come back with the final 4 minutes here live and free on the OH Report. Port Clinton leads 2-0.
At American Homestead Exteriors, we're more than a business. We're a father-daughter team with a shared mission to protect and beautify the homes in our community. We believe your home deserves top quality service and products. From the first nail to the final walkthrough, we take pride in doing the job right. The first time, every time. Integrity, craftsmanship, and customer service aren't just words to us. They're the foundation of everything we do. American Homestead Exteriors. Strong, reliable exterior solutions. Built with pride, built for you.
Since 1974, Simonson has helped their clients stay on target to meet the goals and deadlines for their projects. From concept to completion, Simonson can design a plan and build a path for success. Let Simonson Construction turn that vision into a reality.
Hey, does your checking account pay you with real cash rewards with no monthly maintenance fees ever? Bummer. Ask for Kasasa Rewards Checking. It's our superpower.
And we're back. Hoping everything is okay with the Port Clinton player that are able to get her off over to the bench. Wasn't able to see a clear number on the injury, but hope everything's okay there. As Port Clinton leads 2-0. Looking to get over 500 today against a formidable Crestview side that they have shut down thus far, keeping them to a clean sheet.
And again, this is a team that has 19 goals over their last 2 games. Impressive stuff from Port Clinton.
A few pinball moves from both sides. Splitting of the double team. Nice little ball movement there. Into the box, cleared away. Looked like Hickey was the one there. As we have about 3 minutes to go, Port Clinton runs up on a shot. This one lofted high in the air. And Hedrick with the wicked spin on the ball sees that fall into her gloves.
I mean, it bounced and did not keep going. It started coming back. Definitely an interesting bounce. Nice play by Hedrick to corral that. Port Clinton keeping the pressure on even with the 2-0 lead.
Back in the box it goes. Hickey. We'll watch this roll over to the side, and she'll just settle for a Port Clinton throw by the flag. 2.5 to go now. So by the looks of it, Port Clinton will head to 4-3 on the year. Crestview 4-6-1. One team will move out to a 3-game win streak. The other will have their 2-game win streak snapped. And the Cougars will head back to 500 here at home.
If Port Clinton can keep this clean sheet, that's back-to-back clean sheets, which is always a good thing.
And I just know the goalkeeper for Port Clinton has to be super happy with how this result's kind of gone. She's seen a couple of scary incidents, one with the goal that was discounted, the other with the shot off the post, but she's got to love the pick-me-up that her offense has given her on both of those sequences that has resulted in the 2 goals that we see today on the scoreboard. And Port Clinton's trying to put an exclamation point on this one as well with a minute to go now. The fellas for the Redskins making their way over to the sideline as they see the time ticking down here. Grant keeps this one in bounds. Boots it forward, but nobody really there. Bays takes a tumble. Redskins kick it up the sideline, and we'll see a foul.
25 seconds remaining.
So Port Clinton gets a nice non-conference win. But they're not settled for that. They want to try to add something else to this game. As this one's deflected in the box, flipped through the uprights. Extra point is good, but not on the scoreboard as we hit zeros. Redskins take it. They move to 4-3 on the season. Your final 2-0 here from Scott Bailey Memorial Field. Stay tuned. We've got the boys game coming up next. We'll also have our MVP joining us to chat things up about this final game with some post-game analysis as well on the OH Report.
Homestead Exteriors, we're more than a business. We're a father-daughter team with a shared mission to protect and beautify the homes in our community. We believe your home deserves top quality service and products. From the first nail to the final walkthrough, we take pride in doing the job right. The first time, every time. Integrity, craftsmanship, and customer service aren't just words to us. They're the foundation of everything we do. American Homestead Exteriors. Strong, reliable exterior solutions. Built with pride, built for you.
Since 1974, Simonson has helped their clients stay on target to meet the goals and deadlines for their projects. From concept to completion, Simonson can design a plan and build a path for success. Let Simonson Construction turn that vision into a reality.
Hey, does your checking account pay you with real cash rewards with no monthly maintenance fees ever? Bummer. Ask for Kasasa Rewards Checking. It's our superpower.
OH Report brings you local high school sports coverage like nobody else. In football, basketball, baseball, volleyball, softball, soccer, wrestling, track and field. If it's happening in our area, we're streaming it.
Going to wrap up our coverage here momentarily. Got the post-game show brought to you by Mechanics Bank. Port Clinton gets the win 2-0 over Crestview. Lady Redskins take game 1 of this doubleheader. The boys will continue this doubleheader here momentarily, about 15 minutes until the start of the next game. Non-conference play, Port Clinton moves up over 500 to 4-3. Crestview falls to 4-6-1. Back out to the field, or pardon me, back to this graphic to show you where everyone's headed next. Galleon, that will be where Crestview plays next. Actually, it's going to be a home game, but they'll take on the Galleon Lady Tigers. And then the Vermilion Lady Sailors are the next opponent for Port Clinton on the other side of things. Still waiting on our MVP of this one, Abigail Johnson, to join us for our MVP conversation. We will have that next on the OH Report.
At American Homestead Exteriors, we're more than a business. We're a father-daughter team with a shared mission to protect and beautify the homes in our community. We believe your home deserves top quality service and products. From the first nail to the final walkthrough, we take pride in doing the job right. The first time, every time. Integrity, craftsmanship, and customer service aren't just words to us. They're the foundation of everything we do. American Homestead Exteriors. Strong, reliable exterior solutions. Built with pride, built for you.
Since 1974, Simonson has helped their clients stay on target to meet the goals and deadlines for their projects. From concept to completion, Simonson can design a plan and build a path for success. Let Simonson Construction turn that vision into a reality.
Hey, does your checking account pay you with real cash rewards with no monthly maintenance fees ever? Bummer. Ask for Kasasa Rewards Checking. It's our superpower.
Looking for the best high school sports coverage in Ohio? You found it right here on the OH Report. From the field to the court, we've got it all. OH Report brings you local coverage like nobody else in the area, live and free. Follow OH Report now and never miss a moment of the action. Don't just watch, be a part of the game with OH Report, the future of local sports.
Caden Schmidt here on the OH Report with our Madison Adult Career Center MVP senior goalkeeper, Abigail Johnson. Abigail, I want to take it back to the start of the game, roughly 5 minutes in or so. Crestview had a good attack. It was just you and the attacker. You kind of fell back and then attacked the offensive player. How are you able to stay in the mindset to not go too early or go too late?
You know, I have a great set of coaches that definitely give me the confidence to, just go whenever it feels right. I just kind of watch how she steps and just hope for the best, honestly.
And you also had some help from your defenders. What does it mean to, when the offense is on an attack, to really not even have to make a save because your defenders are making great plays?
Oh, it feels amazing. We have a great set of girls this year. They all work their butts off every single day at practice and in games. It's amazing.
And Abigail, again, you had another sliding save, very similar to that first one in that second half. You made multiple great saves throughout this game. How are you able to stay dialed in the goal?
I have a great team that always has my back, so I always know that even if I do have a slip up or if I do make a save, they will always be there for me at the end of the day. And I have a great coaching staff who is always here to support me and give me that confidence every day to keep locked in the goal.
And Abigail, that's back-to-back clean sheets for you. How does that feel?
Oh, it feels amazing, and I know the team loves it, and I know we're just, working our butts off, and it feels awesome.
Abigail, last question, if you will. Any shout-outs you want to make?
Oh, I want to shout out the entire team, our coaching staff, Paco Romero and Jose Romero and Juan Romero. They come out every day and they work with us every single day, and it feels amazing. My defense works their butt off to make sure I'm okay at the end of the day. And honestly, just the whole team is amazing.
Abigail, thank you so much. Our Madison Adult Career Center MVP, her second straight clean sheet, senior Abigail Johnson, as Port Clinton Lady Redskins hold on 2-0.
At American Homestead Exteriors, we're more than a business. We're a father-daughter team with a shared mission to protect and beautify the homes in our community. We believe your home deserves top quality service and products. From the first nail to the final walkthrough, we take pride in doing the job right. The first time, every time. Integrity, craftsmanship, and customer service aren't just words to us. They're the foundation of everything we do. American Homestead Exteriors. Strong, reliable exterior solutions. Built with pride, built for you.
Since 19...
I'm so excited you guys are able to come. Oh my God, it's first. I told him, I was like, listen, we got people on both teams.